guys, welcome back to my channel, The You in Fashion, where I hope to help you find the you in fashion. My name's Megan. On my channel, we discuss fashion, luxury, handbags, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of those topics, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell down below so you don't miss any of my content. So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I regret buying, and I kind of dislike the word regret because I feel like that implies a negative connotation, and obviously I still have these things, so I liked them enough to keep it. So if you haven't watched my video already on bags I've sold and why, definitely check those out. But these are items that I feel like are some of my least used items, and also items that if I had to buy them again, I either may have chosen differently, or in some of these cases I have multiples of these items, and I just realized over the years that I just didn't need two of them, and maybe even not one of them. So please stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this video, and we're gonna get started. So the first purchase that I want to start out with today, that I either would have bought in a different order maybe of some of my other handbags, or that I definitely would have chosen only one, and that would have to be my Louis Vuitton Neverfull. So I do have it in the damier bean, and then also the azure color. And the reason I say that, it's because I bought the Neverfulls. If you watched one of my earlier videos, you know that these are one of the first handbags I ever purchased from Louis Vuitton. Around the time when I started becoming interested in luxury goods, I just felt like the Neverfulls were everywhere. Like, those were one of the most identifiable designer bags to me. So that's what I ended up going for. And although I really have loved, especially my Abine for traveling, I just find that I don't use them much as handbags that I choose kind of off my shelves. As you guys know, if you've been watching my content, I really love top handle bags, smaller bags, cutesy bags that are kind of more of an accessory to my outfit. And I just find that these are a little bit too big and bulky for what day-to-day my normal style is. But like I said, I definitely use my Abine more than I use the azure color. And I really feel like that honestly is because of the color. I feel like it's definitely more of a summer bag, and I just was so nervous, I think, originally when I purchased it, because it is so light. I didn't want to do anything to ruin it or have any of my blue jeans or anything like that brushing up against it. So I just ended up not carrying it much, and I've gone back and forth about selling it versus keeping it, and I continue to keep them because I feel like they are just classic handbags, which is why in the video where I suggested a first designer bag, I want to say I did include these because I just feel like it is still such a staple for Louis Vuitton and for a handbag collection to at least have one of these. However, I do not feel like I needed both of them, and definitely not both of them early on in my collection as I purchased them. I do love that they come with their little pouches though, and also this one I should also have the pouch in. Yep. And I think that these are super cute because, you know, I'm not a big small leather goods kind of gal. I definitely will carry those as more of like a small leather good, just picking something up and putting small amounts in it. So I do use the pouches. I do use them sometimes for travel, but definitely some that if I had to do it again, wouldn't have gotten both of these probably. Next thing I would have to pick out is clothing, and I feel like I've also discussed this before, but early on when I was purchasing designer goods, and I hope that this channel, like I said, is helpful for you guys as well, but one of the common mistakes that I feel like I made was that I bought things that I could afford in the moment instead of saving up my money for a handbag or something that holds its value better, or that's just better for long-term maintenance. And one of my biggest things that I would say that if I had to do over would be clothing. So perfect example, not one, but two Gucci t-shirts. It's like, why, you guys? Why did I ever need 2 Gucci t-shirts. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like it would have been a bad idea to buy one, but I'm one of these people, when I find something that I think I'm really going to like, I'm like, well, I may as well just make sure I have 2 of them in case one of them is dirty or I've wore one and I just want to switch it out. But there was just no reason for it. No explanation why I have 2 of these t-shirts. So yes, I would say that unfortunately, I don't regret buying the t-shirt because I feel like that was in. I just had to have one of them, but I definitely did not need 2. And then another item, I did purchase these from a local consignment shop where I live, and they are these like Gucci pants, and I haven't worn them because like literally tags still attached. I don't know why, like they just don't really hit the way I want them to hit, fit the way that they do, but they were a good deal. They were on sale at the consignment shop. So I grabbed them because I was like, how nice would it be to have a good wintry Gucci pant? But like I said, I've made my mistakes. I'm hoping you don't follow in my footsteps. And one of them would be, I understand when some things are in fashion, like currently the Balenciaga sweaters and things like that, you're like, oh my gosh, I really, really, really need one of these items. Please take a minute to think about it and decide, is this something that's going to make me happy at least for the next year or longer, or is this something that I'm going to buy today and then wear it a couple of times and never wear it again? Because then at that point, from what I've learned, I would save your money and spend it on something that you really, really will want to keep around for a very long time. So second category, clothing. So next set of items that I probably would not purchase again is going to be belts. So I do have this Gucci belt that I literally have worn maybe a handful of times. I just have noticed that I don't really wear belts that much, and especially probably not wider belts like this. So I've just noticed I don't really wear it that often. And then I have also the Louis Vuitton reversible belt, which again, I would think this one is not nearly as thick. The hardware is not nearly as large, but I just don't seem to wear this one a whole lot either. I, again, still have them because I can't bring myself to get rid of them, but I'm just not entirely sure that that's something, or that's something that you need to, in the first few purchases that you're making of your designer goods, that you need, unless you find that you wear belts like pretty much on a daily basis. Like I just find when I'm wearing my jeans or certain outfits that belts are just not something that I wear a whole lot. So unfortunately, the belts are gonna go in my regrets, or things that I probably, if I had to choose now, would not repurchase again. So if you watched my designer shoe collection video, my Chanel espadrilles were included in that, and I actually have 3 of these. The tan color I just showed you, the white, and then I also have a blue pair. But again, I didn't need 3 of these. To be honest, I want to say that the tan ones probably would be worth keeping. I feel like the other 2 I could probably sell, but I don't know that it would be worth it, to be honest. And I do like the single espadrille of these. So I, again, with shoes, just had to learn my lesson, I feel like, the hard way. If you watched my videos, you know that I have quite a few designer shoes. And although I do love them, you see that I still have them. And I think that they're really cute. And they go with actually a lot of different outfits. I find that I just didn't need as many as I have, and probably definitely not multiples of the same thing. I think where I struggled originally was, again, like I wanted to be able to have a pair of Chanel espadrilles to wear with dark clothes, and then a pair to wear with lighter clothes or lighter handbags, which is how I just ended up with multiple pairs of the same thing. But I do kind of, like I said, want to be helpful in helping you to not make the same mistakes that I made. And one of the earlier mistakes I would say is really decide what one you want, what color you think would match with the majority of your items in your wardrobe, because I feel like you're just simply not going to wear these items enough if you have several different of the same one to feel like, okay, I spent that money in a good place. So I would say that category to be very particular about and to think hard about is also going to be designer shoes. The last category I wanted to include this video is actually designer jewelry, and I do have my little Chanel earrings there. I don't know if you could see them there. They're so tiny. I'm trying to show you the best that I can. So that pair, and then also I have them in this also. So when I originally purchased them, again, these were pretty early on in my fashion designer goods journey, and I was not satisfied with just having a gold or a silver. I was like, well, I need to have gold to be able to go with my gold jewelry, and I need to have silver to be able to go with my silver jewelry. And then once I got both of them, I realized I just don't wear stud earrings that often. I know that sounds funny, but again, I keep them because they are a classic style, so I don't feel like you can go wrong with Chanel stud earrings, but I just find that I don't reach for them very often. I love wearing like little designer, I'm sorry, not designer earrings, but that's what I'm saying, just like fashion jewelry, cute little earrings like I have on today. I do wear my little diamond earrings in my second hole there, so I guess I do wear studs in that case, but those are very sentimental to me. My parents got these, I want to say, for my 16th birthday, and as you can see, I still have them now, and I am 30 years old, so these are really, really, really important to me. I barely take those out. But when it comes down to like designer earrings, designer jewelry, I learned pretty early on that as far as earrings themselves are just not really something that I gravitate towards, or I feel like I need a lot of them because I don't tend to grab for them very frequently. I know one of the viewers said that you guys wanted me to do a full jewelry collection, and I definitely plan to do that in one of the upcoming videos. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of jewelry though, so I'm gonna kind of, I think, do a video of what I have versus what I want to kind of add to my collection in the future. But that I definitely early on learned that jewelry was something that maybe I get a piece of jewelry a year. I did the video on my Cartier love bracelet, which I absolutely love. But I've learned that I'm leaning more towards jewelry like that instead of like the little earrings, stud earring sets like that. I think what I'm trying to say when it comes down to jewelry, I would definitely consider investing more in fine jewelry than kind of more of the fashion jewelry that Chanel makes. I really find beneficial to have more fine jewelry that, again, you can keep for a long time in your collection, and that just has been around for years and years and years and will continue to be around, that you can pass down generation after generation. So I really just wanted to say jewelry in itself, not a bad choice, just being conscious of what jewelry you are choosing. So like I was saying in this video, I really just wanted to point out, as you can see, my handbags are very limited and ones that I feel like I regretted buying or that I still currently have still within my collection instead of having sold them in the past. And that one is only my Neverfull. And like I said, I still very much so find the reasons behind why people still buy the Neverfulls. So really the handbags I feel like are not what I'm trying to convey as much in this video as much as the other categories of items that I feel like, yes, I know that we see all of these different things and we want them, like the clothes and the shoes and the jewelry. And I'm not saying it's bad to buy those things. I'm not saying that it's bad to have those as part of your designer collection. All I'm saying is please be mindful and thoughtful of what those items are, how much you're going to wear those items, and the color that you get them in, and making sure that if you have two of the same thing, that you really feel like you're going to be able to get the use out of them for the cost of money that you spent. Anyway, as always, I hope that this video was helpful. That's always my goal with the videos. You guys know that. Please let me know if there's anything in the future that you guys would like to see or how you feel about the video today. Leave some comments down below. I always try to respond to you guys, and I love talking to you guys and hearing your opinions and going and talking with you about some of the things that I love, because I obviously love designer and luxury goods, and it's so good to talk to people who also feel the same way. So thank you so much for watching. Please come back and check out my other videos as I continue to upload, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.